Your decision to leave your company, your startup's only how old?
Oh, I would say if you go by the day that we were officially a company, about 5 months.
Okay, so why?
Why leave the company? So I made a decision 6 months ago that I was going to affect change. And that meant doing things for the sake of taking on the responsibility, deflecting credit, and doing the work. I wasn't waiting to get picked. I wasn't waiting for somebody to say, you're the director, you're an executive. I was going to treat it like my own. And in doing that is, giving into vulnerability. I illuminated some things that the organization needed, how I was taking on a lot of responsibility that they weren't aware of. And in doing that, I made my position vulnerable. So 2 weeks ago, and it was very sad, the executive team, my director had to sit down and say, you were right about all this, but in hiring these other people, we have to dissolve your position.
Wow. So in playing abundantly, your position.
Yes.
And then you get to?
Well, so that's the other thing. They wanted me to stay because I'd become part of the organization, and they actually offered me a few other positions where it was about 30-40% more money and much easier work. And they said, in a year or two when we grow more, we can do, we have directors of marketing and whatnot, but for a public company, you can't have one marketing manager for the whole US. And this is where I tell people those moments we have them and we logically talk ourselves out of it and we freak out and say, I better take something now so I can have some money coming in but intuitively I knew, I said, this is the arc of my work. This is my moment where I'm going to shock the audience that's watching me in this make-believe movie, inspire change and provoke action within my organization. And I went back and said, I have to decline. I'm going to move on and work on this own thing. And in explaining so, I said, I'm not going to lie and milk a paycheck from the organization and then leave when it's convenient to me.